Hello, everybody. I am Mortem. Welcome to my first ever YouTube video. Today we'll be playing Valkyr Chronicles Bulwark. I have played a little bit
Welcome
to
to
get an
Bulwark,
understanding of
a
the
game
game.
about
Let's
chaotic
let them talk.
velocity. No conventional controls, one button to paint the landscape, another to move around. And while you paint towers and walls, people will start to make the world come alive. Keep building, that's the trick. This can be confusing at first, overwhelming even, but don't worry, there's also no mistakes.
Alrighty. There are mistakes. I'm playing on the PS5, but this game is available on Steam. It's like 20 bucks, I think. Let's clear progress. And let's
This is the
start.
campaign mode. Here
Yeah,
you
let's
get a
have talk
taste of
again.
the open world building sandbox. It has a basic tutorial, a resource system based only on distance rather than how much you can produce, and an ever expanding set of encounters, world events, and unlockables.
Alright,
A word of
so,
advice:
nope.
click, build everywhere. There are no mistakes, and slowly figuring out what builds where and how things grow is part of the game. It's about experimenting, so don't be afraid and go wild.
Yes, I did some experimenting. But let's do this.
Our people were wrecked during the War of the Tree. Dunkel, Castellus, Moorbridge, and even Port Redick. Nothing remained of our prosperous free houses after decades of attrition. We took what we had and left in order to resettle in peace, away from the warlords and fiefdoms that remain. We will succeed because on our backs the past was built, and from our hands the future will be wrought.
Alright. It's gonna go over the tutorial real quick and then we'll get to it.
Ah, you're finally here. We've already built a few essential buildings. I'll assist you in connecting things up and getting the settlement up and running. While you're on the ground, we will focus on a single building at a time. This will allow you to build outward in a variety of ways and upwards later on. First, connect this outpost to the wood mill, which is located down in the shallow water beside the sea tree fungi. Without wood, we cannot build.
Yes, without wood, nothing can be built. So if you see on the top there, you can read it, but essentially, so actually if we look at the symbols right there, the circles mean towers. Later on we'll find out what those do. And then the squares are foundations, and then later on we'll find out what that does. But this means that we can connect it with walkways.
Notice our workers are already building houses and industry along the walkway. Wherever you build and our workers can reach, they will settle. Let's now focus on the wood mill.
Yes, and also if I press R1, it will show me what resources are being,
This is your wood mill. It produces
you
and
know,
transports wood
produced.
across walkways. Let us build a basic wooden tower with a walkway towards it.
Yes, let's build over this direction. Yeah, at the top here. So when you see the +3, that +3 means that this will go to nodes. So the wood mill here counts as 1. So when we go across, then from here it's actually 2 workers. And then if we go over here, this will count
You
as
just built a
1
basic
worker.
tower. It is used to connect up your settlement and transport vital resources. Workers will also build homes and industry around
Yep. And if
it. Wood can only travel a limited number of walkways away from the wood mill, but this can be increased by encouraging workers to build along walkways connected to the wood mill.
yeah, and I like doing this, so it's like, surrounded.
Good work. The wood mill is now delivering wood further than before, so we can move on. Across from the wood mill, we also built a stone quarry. Let's connect that to our settlement. Great job. Now we have access to the quarry, our wooden towers can be upgraded to stone.
Yeah, so if we go to this tower, it has access to workers and wood and stone, so I can upgrade it. And once I placed this tower, it actually took resources out of this
We can use
circle
this stone
here.
to upgrade various buildings and walkways. And, just like the wood mill, by allowing workers to build around it, the stone industry can expand.
Alright, so you see the 53 there with the little saw? That's how much resources are in this area. But the wood mill has plus 10, so that means they can just go out to 10 nodes. But once I build something that's connected with this wood, then it will count or get rid of a singular point. So then when I build a tower, it's going to go down to 54. Same with the stone. So when I upgrade this to stone, it will lose. So if we actually look over here, it's 55. So if we come back, if I upgrade it,
Stone towers create stone walkways. If you rebuild a walkway adjacent to a stone tower in place of a current wooden one, it will be upgraded to stone.
yeah, okay. And now if we come back over here,
Select your
it's now
outpost
54.
so we can start expanding it further. Outposts can be upgraded as well. Let's use the stone to upgrade the outpost to its second stage.
I sure did.
We can add foundations to basic towers and outposts. These allow workers to build a higher class of housing on them, increasing the worker output. The worker output of our outpost can be improved further by connecting more towers and walkways to it.
Yes. These foundations do not cost anything, so you can go wild on the foundations. And once we get to level 3 on this, we can then go out to 3 foundations, so then it's more surface. But usually I just go around. Oh, now we can actually see what the survey does. Or the survey
We have
ship.
done well. It is time we started being more ambitious. Take to the skies and seek out iron ore.
Yeah, so
The
press
surveyor
triangle.
allows you to build resource extractors, harbors, and outposts on other islands. It will also help to get you out of trouble, which is never far on the Earthsea.
Never far indeed. Anyway, move around with left stick and press X, and then it will tell you where you want to go.
Your surveyor can build a mine on this spot. Workers will mine for ore, and the
Let's put
metallurgical
it
industry
here.
will be built up around it. The mine will allow our most advanced towers and buildings. We now have access to iron, but it needs to be transported across the water. Let us build a trade route for ships that can transport iron and other resources back and forth.
Yeah, so this symbol right here is a harbor.
Several captains are now available. Each captain holds specific resources. For this trade route, iron is required, but wood is also recommended to expand the mine greater.
Yes, so what I usually do is just
My ship, this isn't
put all of them on.
Harbors
And then
always need to be built as pairs. As soon as you build two, a trade route will connect them. Captains will carry your resources over vast distances.
I feel like right here would be good. It's in between the
This
stone
trade route
and the
is now
wood.
connected. The captain can transport their specific goods back and forth.
Yep. And now, since we have access to iron, if we come over
Select your
here,
outpost so we can start expanding it further. With iron, we can start building defensive structures such as imposing command towers. But before doing so, we need to upgrade our outpost into a proper citadel.
alright, so if we upgrade it again,
With all major resources now at our disposal, let's focus on building command towers. These can be built with multiple floors as well as additional foundations and balconies.
yes, but first I want to oh, why am I losing people? Oh, there's like a little spot where I can, there we go. Yeah. Maybe over here. No, maybe just this. Yeah, that looks cool. Nice. But to really like, I think extend, or not extend, but like improve how much workers I get out, I can do this. And now people will build along this walkway, and then people will build houses. And since I built that, the circle got smaller.
We have reached a milestone in population, aligning with the free houses. This will attract new free house captains and commanders to our banner. The free house folk are numerous, and will generally make for the majority of people in our settlement. With all major resources now at our disposal, let's focus on building command towers. These can be built with multiple floors as well as additional foundations and balconies.
Yes, to make a command tower, we need, let's go to this tower. We can upgrade it again, which requires iron. And then upgrade it again.
Mighty command towers have the potential to reach high into the sky. Their height can be increased by adding more foundations, as well as having better access to workers. Build this tower as high as possible.
Yes, the higher the tower, the better. So let's start. Make like a fort. That's not what I wanted. Whoopsie. Oh yeah, the circle is to deconstruct stuff that gets broken. But once you build something like a tower, and if you deconstruct it, you lose that resource. And get rid of this. Cool. Yeah. Like, it's so cool to me that, like, this type of architecture, like, it's like steampunk. But I don't know how to explain it. It's just cool. Could do that.
This command tower is looking stout. We already have an experienced warbird commander among our retinue. Let's assign them to this command tower.
Maybe build a few more things, huh? Looks cool. And then I think to, yeah, hold square.
You will find no finer stable, not since the heyday of the War of the Tree. In service to our people, my retinue of falconeers is eager to settle in and get their warbirds airborne. Do not delay.
So once I add them,
Rest assured, friend, my
they like
warbirds are the
change
strongest
the
and fastest.
design
My
of the
stable
tower.
mixes Sarkanda and Northern Grey Knife traits. Warbirds, the likes of which have not been seen for decades.
Yeah,
This
so
tower and its commander now stand watch over our settlement. Their forces will deploy, joining our battle group when the surveyor is near the command tower.
yeah, so I go to my command
Our
tower,
settlement is established.
and now you can see
We
the
have
warbirds
access
coming
to
out.
resources, a citadel, and command towers. It's time to explore the surrounding area, finding more people that will help us thrive.
Yes. Always go to these, and also these. They're always good. So usually when they pop
These
up,
are
stop
desperate
whatever you're doing,
times,
and then
so
just
we
do 'em.
may need to accept unlikely neighbors. But be wary of who you invite in. If they bring their old allegiances,
Business. I think he just gives. Uh, I think he just gives better housing. I believe. I don't remember.
now it's all up to you. Head out and explore the Earthsea. Rebuild our society as you see fit. Protect yourself and our citizens well.
Sure do. I mean, sure will. What? Okay. Let's. So how I figured this out is. So from here, workers. So it's 13. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 3. I don't know where I got 4 from. But since be missing 3. Once we build out, then we'll be missing 4. But usually, when you have an extractor and you just build out, and then go back in, you regain the resources that you just got, but -1 everything else. But since we're doing it next to a stone quarry, and it's connected to a stone quarry, these walkways will always have workers producing stone. So then this +6 will eventually turn into a +7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, up, and yeah, just keeps going up until like 20. I think 20 is like the max, I believe is, I don't remember. But it's so cool, you can see them just building. Boom, boom, just popping up. So it's already at 10. I wonder if I can connect that. I can. Do that. Yeah. Alright, now we can go over to here and do the same thing. Build towers out in the circle. And then, same with how the stone works, iron can do the same. Also, wood is also the same. Build as much towers you can within inside the circle. You do need some space so then the workers can actually build their stuff, I believe. It just seems right. So, once all they are, when they're all done, they, this will go up to whatever number. See the stone over there? +15. Wood over here? +14, and it's at 40. Using a lot of wood over here, huh? But yeah. Oh, we have a ship. Yeah, these little indicators is
World map.
new ships. Did not mean to skip that.
My ship and kin have served Dunkel for generations. Dunkel is no more. I was hoping to serve your new settlement and find honor in protecting your trade routes.
Yes.
You have enrolled an officer. They command a mighty warship to defend your trade routes.
So, trade routes.
The world map shows our holdings, which we can fast travel to. I will also mark any freelance captains that enter our waters, as well as suspicious locations.
Thank you. Anyway, this green line is a trade route. Trade route. So if I made a trade route going to these guys, I'd probably have to put a warship in that trade route to protect it from pirates. There's 3 other factions in this game. There's the Bannerless, which are pirates, the Imperium, which are the hardest, I think, the hardest faction to deal with, because there's so many of the islands that have Imperium. And then there's the Mancers, which are people that like technology and knowledge. But I'm gonna check out the I think we're gonna align ourselves with the Bannerless with this play through. Or, yeah, just play through real quick.
A resource colony ahead.
Yes. And you can tell by the skull that they're Bannerless.
This woodmill north is suiting
So if I establish a trade harbor,
trade, but we lost some good fighters. How about you send over some workers to the trade harbor, and we can send some wood in exchange?
what he said, if I select a captain with that can transport workers, they will in return, give us wood. But since they're so tiny, getting wood from them wouldn't be that much of a helpful exchange. I'm losing captains and one worker, or worker node, I would say. Wow, look at the iron. All those pots of molten whatever.
A refugee settlement has been spotted on the horizon. Perhaps we can take these people in.
Refugees are basically extra outposts or citadels that you can plop down and increase your population with a certain faction. And the higher the...
Pay attention to the
Oh,
political
this
influence of
is
your
the
settlement.
inventory.
If one faction becomes dominant over the others, our neighbors may seek reason to rekindle old grievances.
What he said. This is the inventory. Right here, eventually we'll be able to switch out ships if we align ourselves with a certain faction at a certain level. Constructions are I'm blinking. There's these things. These.
Our settlement too far.
Once we accept this, they'll give us some combat forces, and also we can deconstruct it to then take it, and then it will end up in our inventory. And then we have the woodmill, stone quarry, and the iron mine, which we can buy with splinters or by taking over other factions, settlements, and then taking if they have wood mills or stone quarries or iron mines, we can take those and then use them for our advantage. The soul tree here. So since our population is as high with the free house, then we were able to get these guys, but we haven't encountered them yet, and also these guys later on. We always start with the free house. Well, the free house is neutral, always neutral. You always have them. And then you got the Imperium, which are, they have a few more, and then they have a few more, and then they have a few more. We're going to be going for the Bannerless. So if we there's also fast travel, which is pretty helpful, because this game is pretty big. Oh, there's another ship. I'll show that later. But if we come over here, actually, let's put it over here. So if we do, I don't know, this.
Excellent.
Boom.
We have an outpost
New
that
settlement.
provides workers. Be mindful of an outpost's allegiance. This influences the balance of power for your settlement.
So if we connect these to these towers, let's just do that real quick. But since we have all the resources, we can then upgrade this to fully. And then we can then add more foundation. The Bannerless have a really weird foundation, which I don't really like personally, because it just looks weird. I think my favorite is either the Mancers or the Imperium. The Imperium houses are pretty cool. Very Roman. But this surround the citadel with all of these, so then people can make their houses anywhere, basically. And then put one right there. And then maybe middle, if we do here.
We have reached a milestone in our population, aligning with the Bannerless pirates. This will attract new pirate captains and commanders to our banner. Installing these people will increase our alignment to the Bannerless further.
Yes. So the more population we get from the Bannerless, then the more captains we can get, and the less captains we can get from others. Since we're aligned with the pirates, the Imperium and the Mancers won't really like us. Which I'm fine with. Because then if they don't like us, we can just kill them. Surround this quickly. Yeah, so the blue houses you see around, those are free houses, and then the shabby looking buildings are the pirates. Let's do that. Ooh, that looks cool. Oh, look at all that iron, huh? Alright, let's head over to here. Maybe we'll encounter more things on the way, huh? Yeah, see, look, got all these, you got the Bannerless warship, and then you got some warbirds. And I think those are pterodons in the back.
Hello there. Word has it that you have a space for me and my crew. We'll make a fine addition to your workforce.
You have enrolled a trade ship captain. They can be assigned to transport goods.
Alright. Feeling pretty...
A refugee settlement has been spotted on the horizon. Perhaps we can take these people in.
Alright, let's take these people in and set up them, and then,
This meager holding was always a last resort.
yoink. We have another ship. Let's set them up here. Like right in the middle, huh?
Excellent.
Boom.
We have an outpost that provides workers. Be mindful of an outpost's allegiance. This influences the balance of power for your settlement.
Let's kick them all. Yeah. And we can surround it. Very low to the ground, it looks like. There we go. Maybe here? There we go. That's not my line. Yeah.
Buildings on the horizon.
More? Okay. What? Oh, the ship right here. I was like, what is that?
Fastest runner on the Earthsea. This here tub's your best choice.
Ah, so this is another transport vessel, but he's a bannerless, so my alignment
You're
will go up
ship
even
captain.
higher.
They can be assigned to transport goods.
So now this I encountered before. I have no idea what it does.
The guild used to have surveyors, explorers, wreck divers and more, all funded to keep trade going and expand both Freehouse and Imperium settlements. But alas, much has been lost. Perhaps you can employ some guild surveyors.
And I don't know how to get those guild surveyors. They just pop up and then I don't know. Try to connect them to ports, towers. I got no idea. Place some here. Just connect them, you know, just for the hell of it. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with what we have so far. It looks sick as hell. Alright, I think this is where I'm going to leave off today. Next episode will be the continuation. Continuation? I'm just going to continue this playthrough. I'm not going to do all that. But yeah, see y'all later.